very skillfully made you and me hate our African identity, our African characteristics. We hated our hair. We hated the shape of our nose. We hated the color of our skin. Hated the blood of Africa that was in our veins. And in hating our features and our skin and our blood, why, we had to end up hating ourselves.
Taught self-hatred at an early age. At times I learned to be an enemy to me. This lesson we can't recycle. We must break the cycle so that our children can be free. As a child I was conscientious, almost embarrassed of my dark skin and big lips, of my big nose and big mama's big hips. In a world where everything right is white, you can imagine how a child might be under the influence with that hungry, thirsty, easily impressionable mind. Constantly grabbing concepts and accepting precepts that leave reason behind. Like Tarzan, for instance. Compare the native Africans to the one imported white man. Bones in the nose, can't talk to each other, let alone the animals like Tarzan can. There was little difference in the monkeys on the screen and the people seen looking like us. It's no wonder that African booty scratcher became the #1 diss on the bus. Now, can you just imagine if little African boys had little African toys to play with? Superheroes that actually looked and talked like they did. And little African girls that watch programming all day on how to be a queen with images that look like them and not maintaining whole training, preparing to be the next Queen Bee, Little Kim. Can you just imagine a world where we were given a fair chance, where kids were judged by their ability to rhythmically dance, where all people were praised for the beauty of their dark skin instead of just the ones that got it from a bottle, a pill, or a tanning bed? What if true history was told that Africa was the birthplace of man and all civilization, and homage was paid to all of the great African inventors on every continent and nation, instead of the twisted and bleached fabrications to cover obvious archaeological finds? What if the true story of our past glory was in the books, in the classrooms, in the minds? My man, don't believe the hype and use it. Just because you're making music, don't receive the stereotype, refuse it. Stop banging on wax to tracks the village drummer received from God to lead us home, not for platinum sales of platinum tales and reinventing the wheels. Now chrome, big brother, you're a diplomat and you don't even know it. A tribal chieftain wearing the title of poet. God gave you the gift to speak to hearts and minds for purposes divine, not for the quick flick of a tongue to split for unrighteous living and keeping holes in line. Sister, stop believing in destitution and that you need a sex purchasing mister for survival. Restitution, not prostitution, is due. You don't need the streets need you. Your sexiness is the reflection of the essence of creation, not an ad for a $35 relation. Little brother, you're not a third generation banger, but don't stop, just channel that anger. Discover you are a warrior whose heritage runs deep. Perhaps you feel the way you do and should, and that's Zulu blood racing through your veins. Maybe you are a direct descendant of King Shaka, possessing no fear, and that's cool. Just be clear that your enemy should now and always be defined by you. You see, we search this world looking for happiness and wealth, overlooking the obvious place of abundance, self. We overlook self. It's inside you, self.